Welcome back. This is episode number 3 of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. So I did take a break and went over all my key bindings, and I think I actually have them in a pretty good place now where they make a lot of sense, or should make a lot of sense for me at least. Might still take a little bit of getting used to them, but hopefully not as long as it did the first time. I actually considered just going out and buying a gamepad to plug in my computer, because apparently the game was actually made with controller in mind. I think it was made for the Xbox One and then ported and badly to the PC. So if you have the option, I guess playing on the Xbox would be ideal. But the PC port kind of got mixed reviews. The game got great reviews, but the port as to whether or not the controls were workable or if they were just a pain, a lot of people tended to agree with me that they were kind of a pain, and you really have to customize them to get them to work. So we have loot laying here. Not sure what this is. Elf fruit. All right, and I think I have R bound to stuff now. Yes, I do. Still no auto loot though, as far as I know. But there actually is an auto attack, which I guess they added after complaints that there was no auto attack. So we have an auto attack now, which I will be using at times, and I tested that before. All right, let's read this note here. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the supervisor expires. Notes in case. Day 1, clammy, shallow breathing. Pulse over fast, not responsive, pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. So somebody was watching over me, and apparently thought I might go haywire at any time. Not sure who that lady is, but I feel like her painting was in Dragon Age 2 as well, in a lot of those mansions. There's a pretty view of somewhere. I feel like that's gotta be like concept art for some city that they put in there. Looks pretty. Oh, what's out the window? Not much. Looks like we're in Haven, I would guess. There's a lute and a crow with red eyes. Bright red eyes. And there's some rocks. We're definitely still in the mountains. Alright. Who could be out there? Let's find out. Oh, wow. Lots of people, it turns out. I made F my search key now. That should be easier to hit. Are you guys just knights, or are you seekers? Wow, like everyone is...
That's the Herald of Andraste.
The Herald of Andraste.
When she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
Huh, so this is going to be kind of like a,
Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It isn't complicated. Andraste herself blessed her.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
So I guess they see me as some kind of like savior now, since I was apparently touched by Andraste. Kind of glad I made her an elf, an elven savior. That'll be interesting to see what humans make of that. The ones who believe in it, at least. Seems like that kid who woke me up definitely did. And these people seem very reverent. Who are you? I can talk to Segrit.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Alright. I'm guessing I can't leave here. Maybe I can. Oh, there's markers now. Merchant, blacksmith, merchant. Not sure what the difference is. I guess the blacksmith has to do with crafting somehow. So, okay, he's the first merchant, but he wants me to speak with Cassandra first. Here's the Chantry.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard she was supposed to close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us.
I like how they're like waiting on bended knee before I arrive. Just in case I come by, I guess.
Still a lot of
Not sure what's in here. Anything? A note. Patient observation. Day 3. Less thrashing. Some response to stimulus. Vitals seems solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the Chantry to kill my patient. Huh. Guess I was in here for a while as well, or somebody brought their notes in here. Alright, let's head to the Chantry though. There's a chest. Can we grab that chest? A little bit of lag there. Not sure what that was. Hitting R, but nothing's happening. Can I not open this maybe? Can't click on it. Nope, seems not.
Not taking orders right now. Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
Yeah, Everybody wants me to talk with Cassandra. Still don't know why this chest doesn't open though. It's probably not locked, or it would say like chest locked. Alright, well here's the Chantry. Let's go see what's going on, because I'm curious.
Nothing to do with us.
We can always explore later on. The Chantry doesn't load like by itself. That's kind of nice. You just walk right in. Another note. A chant for the departed. Transfiguration. It's not going to read all of that, but it's cool that they put that in there. I might go through and read them all later. Oh, is this like the crypt down here? I've always toyed with the idea of doing like a just reading all the codex entries aloud in a video for people who would rather listen to them than read them, like an audiobook kind of. I actually started working on one for Origins, but it takes a long time, it turns out, because there's a lot of codex entries. But I might continue that at some point. Founding of the Chantry. Young King, Temple. Alright, I think I read about this in the wiki, so I'm not going to read all that again. But it kind of mirrors the idea of like Constantine. We already know the Chantry hierarchy. Making the Roman Empire a Christian empire, which eventually became the Holy Roman Empire. But it's sort of the same idea with him and the Tevinter Imperium, I guess. Although Tevinter is now under the rule of the Black Divine. Well, not the rule, I think the... What do they call him? The Archmagister or something like that? He rules, but the Archon.
Gone completely mad. She should be taken to Val Royo immediately.
But yeah, as far as the hierarchy of the Chantry goes, the Divine is at the top, followed by the... I can hear them talking. Followed by the Children of Andraste, interesting. What do they call them? Not the Revered Mother. Revered Mothers are heads of Chantries. The Grand Cleric, like Grand Cleric Althena, or there was a Grand Cleric in Danrum as well. And each of those, I guess, has like a country more or less under their jurisdiction. And then, as well as this corresponding Circle of Magi and Order of Templars. And then each individual Chantry has a Revered Mother, followed by like sisters and all that. Oh, I didn't read that. I meant to read that. I'll read it some other time. Enemies drop unique collectibles. Bring them to the researcher to learn more about your foes and earn combat bonuses against them. That's kind of a cool idea. You can earn bonuses against certain people for, Okay, so I turned in Dream Rags. Oh, so that's what that other quest I have is. I looked at the quest before. Know thy enemy. Keep items for later. So that's what that means. Alright, that's cool. The threat remains. Yes, it does. Oh, I didn't see you standing there.
I believe Seeker Pentagast was looking for you.
Another elven mage, I guess. It's kind of cool. Anything in here? So I just want to like explore everything, but then we'll never get anything done if I do that. This is the creation story. This is a chest I can't open. Alright. Let's go ahead and talk to Cassandra. See what's going on here. And what our plans are.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
Glad they serve her.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
That guy's voice is somebody really familiar. I know he's voiced somebody else before as well. But maybe somebody in Star Wars? I don't know. I'll look it up later.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
That's gonna really annoy me because his voice is so familiar. But alright, I like the idea of this plot so far at least. So you can be confused, you can be tough, angry, or you can approve. I think I'm gonna go with this. I think she's a believer in the elven gods. She wouldn't really even believe in the Maker and Andraste and all that. So
5 minutes ago you wanted me dead, and now I'm your savior.
I was wrong. Perhaps I still am. I will not, however, pretend you were not exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor.
Her
A
book.
writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Title drop. The Inquisition.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old.
It's quite long.
Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
So, I guess she rebuilt the Inquisition to stop the Mage and Templar threat at the Conclave went bad, because the breach did not exist when the Divine died, so she obviously wrote that without the idea of closing it in mind. Let's investigate.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
I feel like, as great as the graphics are in the character models, like the voice, like the lip movements matching the voices didn't really catch up as much, so it looks kind of strange that lip movements that would have been fine for games with worse graphics seem a little out of place here.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
And that's the opening, I guess. So what happens now? Messenger crows, I guess. Well, that's cool. Some previews of places in the game, I guess. The second one looked a little like Kirkwall, but it could also be another Free March city or even somewhere else entirely. Is that the mark of the Inquisition or the mark of the Seekers? Bioware and their neck guards. Get crazier all the time. Thought the ones in Dragon Age 2 were bad. Especially for Warrior Hawk. And Mage Hawk too, I think, had them. There's the symbol of the Inquisition. 'Cause that's the one on the game's cover and on the loading screen and all. So it begins. There's the title screen. Okay. So, report to Haven's Chantry. Know thy enemy, quest completed. Alright, well, I turned in the one thing at the research station. Is that all I need to do to complete the quest? I have a different, like, tunic on now as well. Did they give me that? Oh, that's my abilities. Oh, you can't... Oh, I have a point to spend. Okay. We can upgrade this to... Each time a barrier of cast expires, the ability's cooldown time is reduced. Could be useful. Not really. I'm gonna actually wait for this. I'm not sure which of these branches I want to go up. Maybe both, but I'm not sure which one I want to do first. So we're gonna hold on to those for now. I do want to go to my inventory though, which was my original plan. You can tell these were kind of made for a controller input as well. Valuables. Oh, those are those things. Okay, so I guess we can sell them. There's our bag slots. We have schematics, so it seems like crafting is a big deal here, which is kind of cool. I like crafting, so we'll probably spend some time doing that much later in the game. Armor. We have fire resistance cowl, a Templar helmet. Can we wear this? Is there like heavy armor in the game or anything? Maybe not. Melee defense, that could be good. Templar scribe cowl is what we had on, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so scout armor is red. Why is it red? Rogue only, that's why. Yeah, I can't wear that. Oh, and the cowl has to be level 6. So the apprentice coat is what I have now. There's empty light arms. Okay, so I guess you use crafting to upgrade the armor then? Maybe that's how it works. Alright, that's kind of cool. We'll go with this for now then. Whoops. Not a huge fan of the look of it, but it's okay. And we have what, a weapon slot? Yeah. Alright. So once again it says report to the Chantry. We were just in there, but we can go in again, I guess. Still not sure like what our objectives are, what the... I mean, the main plot is obviously closing the portal, but...
Does it trouble you?
I don't think she wants it gone. Oh, where's my cursor? There it is. She probably is curious about it.
I just wish I knew what it was, or how I got it.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
So I guess that's going to be at least the first part of our quest, finding more power.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are, we lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Great, so we have like 4 factions now. We have the official Chantry, we have the mages, the Templars, and the Inquisition. And I assume the rest of the Seekers are probably with the Chantry, but at least Cassandra and Eliana are with us. I like the Cullen's back. I can see him leaving the Templars to join the Inquisition. I wonder if he was a Seeker in between all that, or if he still is.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Still want to know what a Chancellor actually is and does in the Chantry. I like they finally referenced my Dalish elf origins. It doesn't seem to have been a big deal yet, and you would think it would be.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I still don't like the way their mouths don't quite match their voices. It just seems a little immersion breaking. Yeah, I think she'd like it.
I don't mind it at all.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. So I guess even though it's just a couple of us now, it'll grow as we expand. I kind of wish they had expounded more upon the first Inquisition and what they actually were, what they did. Because it said it predated the Templars, which means it also predated the Chantry, because I think the Templar Order existed slightly before the Chantry did. So they weren't formed by the decree of a divine like this one was. Obviously our purpose has changed, but I haven't even seen what Divine Justinia wrote in those pages that she wanted us to do before we got our new mission. I don't know, it's hard to actually say what an Inquisition really is, but I guess it is what we make of it. Mother Giselle's in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Oh, so there's Ferelden and Orlais. So I guess that'll be the territory of the game then. It'll be cool to revisit Ferelden. I was kind of thinking it would probably be maybe some of Orlais, some of Ferelden, and some of the Free Marches, but not the whole thing.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Alright, what's Inquisition Purpose? Forces, endurance training fit for a soldier. In the perks menu, you can select perks that provide unique benefits to your party. The number of available perk points is shown at the bottom of the screen. So I have 0. What's power, though? Secrets, developing keen eyes and an inquisitive mind, and connections. Training in the fine arts of persuasion. Oh, so I guess we have 1 point to put into something then? Alright, so they gave 50% XP for each codex entry. You get more gold for items you sell, that could be good. Merchants offer a 10% discount. And if you have the last 2, you can get this one. Upgrading both to 15%. And they give rare and valuable raw materials for crafting. Okay. Oh, there's more. There's lots more. Alright, I probably won't go through all these then. But that's cool. I like, oh, there's Inquisition, improved coordination and infrastructure. History knowledge. Opens up new dialogue options related to history and the Chantry. Oh, I kind of like that. I like learning about history. Increased inventory capacity. Could be useful. We have a couple of those, it looks like. Or no, just 2. Tempered glass. 1 more potion slot. Is that the only additional potion slot? That seems weird. 1 combat ability point for the Inquisitor only. If you get 4 other points in the category, so everything else in other words. That could be a good one to go for as well. What's secrets? Secrets is new dialogue related to the Fane or Arcane Studies. Also could be interesting. 10% chance for extra herbs. That's not too great because you can just farm more herbs. It's hard because I have to get out of this mindset of playing a linear RPG. I actually didn't expect to be playing an open world RPG until I played Skyrim, which may be my next one after this. We'll see. Might be The Witcher though, because if I'm playing an open world RPG here now, it might be good to play a little more linear one next time. But I have to kind of get into that mindset, which I wasn't really preparing myself for. For exposed studies, I like that it's retroactive. Forward scouts. Additional landmarks and points of interest. That's kind of nice. Master Herbalist. Alright. Oh, no, that's it. Okay. And last is forces. Criminal activities. 5% increase in XP earned from killing foes. That can be really good too, actually. I might get that one first. Alright, that's right there. There was one more thing I know about this game because of the key bindings. Mounts exist in this game, so that's kind of cool. Which makes sense, since it's that type of game. Increases maximum focus from 100... No, wait, what's focus? I was thinking of stamina. I don't know what focus is. Second tier focus effect for abilities can now be triggered. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. Percent to defenses. These are good too. Oh, there's the potion. Increases the maximum of potions party can carry by 4. Alright, so lots of cool stuff here. We'll look into that a little more later. Known for its culture of extravagant nobility, it also has the birthplace of the Chantry, Orlais is the most powerful human nation in Thedas. Yeah, I guess even more so than the Tevinter Imperium, which is no pushover. It's also the most powerful nation in Thedas, known at least. I guess the Qunari. Probably the Qunari, actually, because their one nation is enough to hold back half of Thedas gathered together. And the Dalish are not what they once were. They're scattered in a few tribes. Well, more than a few, possibly, but they're still not enough to take down like a whole nation on their own. Conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight, Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the Veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. So that seems fun. So I guess the Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform this scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the war table now. Alright, so that's cool. I guess they're like an unlocked section of the world to explore, and eventually you unlock the whole world. So there's Val Royeaux, the capital. Oh, I can't wait to go there. That's going to be cool. After everything you've heard about it, the bells ring in the cathedral, and the choir constantly singing the Chant of Light. Val Royeaux, fun fact, is the only place in the entire world of Thedas where you are allowed to sing the Chant of Light fully from start to finish. Other chantries can only sing parts of it at a time. And that's the Empire of Orlais. Orlais is obviously based on the French, in case that wasn't obvious. and Ferelden is more like England or Scotland or that region of the world. And then Tevinter is like the Holy Roman Empire and most of the other countries. The Free Marches, I guess, would be like the Germanic tribes, maybe? I'm not really studied up on my medieval history enough to know what they correspond to. But which I kind of like there's such a one-to-one correlation. I think Fantasy World should be a little more creative and out there, but I mean, it does give them an easy way to make each culture distinct. But anyway, we cannot go there. So we have to go over to, how do I go back? We have to go to Ferelden for now, which is good. I don't mind some direction at the start because I have no idea what I'm doing, obviously. There's Denerim, there's Redcliffe, and does that mean there's a breach over top of Lake Calenhad? Oh, that's Lake Calenhad. I don't know what lake that is. Or does that just mean like an icon? Alright, Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between Renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. Alright, so what's this? Secrets. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. Is that a quest? Is that a perk I'm choosing? I don't really know. So forces and connections are not participating in this mission. Just secrets. Okay, not really sure what that means, but I suppose we'll find out. Speaking of mages and templars. It's not Sebastian, is it? It's a little bit like him. But only a little bit. Alright. Inquisition Scouting Report. We had avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves. And it appears the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, our tired horse master at Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. Alright, so we have a new area unlocked and a little bit of info about it. Would you like to gather your party? Might as well. Alright, so this is our... They're really into cards in this game, aren't they? So Liliana is not a party member. She's just the scout, or the spy master. So let's choose the three of them and confirm. Come on. Hopefully Liliana will become a party member later. I think that would be kind of cool. We could use a rogue. Well, we have Varric, but he's a ranged rogue. We could use a stabby rogue. But we'll see. Tutorial information is stored in the Codex. Warriors can take more punishment than other classes because of their high armor and guard abilities. You can view all acquired schematics in your inventory. Visit a crafting station to turn schematics into weapon and armor for your party. We'll get into crafting in a little bit. Well, maybe in a lot of bit. I definitely want to get into it, but there are so many new things to explore and do and see and learn. One thing at a time. If Redcliffe ever loads, that is. I think I'm going to turn the graphics down. One, to help the loading, and two, because the fact they're so realistic I think is giving me an issue when it comes to the things that aren't as realistic, like the lip syncing. So maybe that'll help. Come on, game. Really taking its sweet time. The icon is still flashing. That means it's still loading. And I hear music. That's a good sign. I guess because it's a new area, too. It's loading it for the first time. It's the one downside about open world games. They take a lot of time to load.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, We'll do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
So they kind of redesigned dwarves a bit as well.
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
I wonder how many mages and templars there are that it would be this big of a war. Like, you'd think it would be little skirmishes here and there. Not like an actual, like, war. But I guess there are a lot of mages in each circle, plus the apostates that come out of the woodwork to help them now that they're actually rebelling. Anyway, before we begin this area, I'm going to cut the episode, so thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in episode 4.